Rohit, I just want to know, while talking about players and helping them and them knowing there's clarity of roles, etc., can you talk a little bit? I know it's oft repeated, but about Shami and how did you kind of handle him in trying to overcome the issues that he was having?
Issues.
Maybe it was injury or maybe.
No. I mean, yeah. See, like for him, it was tough for him to not play the initial part of the World Cup. Looking at him being one of the senior bowler for us, but he was there for the team. He was there to help Siraj. He was there to help Bumrah in whatever ways he could, and that shows the quality of him. Being the team man that he is. And it was very clear. We had a chat with him about why he missed out and everything. And then obviously on the sidelines he was working on his bowling. And then I mean the results are there for everyone to see how he has come back from that. That shows the kind of mental space that Shami was before the World Cup and even now. It's not easy not being part of the team and then come out and do the job that in the way that he has done for us. Says a lot about him. But like when you're playing a team sport, people do understand why X, Y, Z have to miss out on certain occasions because there's a lot that goes into getting your player, getting your 11 right. That depends everything on your conditions, the opposition, and the balance that you want to create. It was just that. And then once the opportunity opened up for him, he was right there, and that we all can see with his performance.
रोहित, कल हमने अश्विन को बैटिंग और बॉलिंग करते हुए देखा है और देखा गया कि अभी पिछले मैचों में स्पिनर्स ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है, तो क्या कल 3 स्पिनर्स के साथ हम उतरने का कोई प्लानिंग बना रहे?
नहीं, देखिए अब अभी ऐसा कुछ हमने डिसाइड नहीं किया है, बट 15 के 15 लोग में से कोई भी खेल सकता है. अपॉर्चुनिटी सबके लिए है. हम अच्छी तरीके से विकेट को असेस करेंगे आज और कल भी आकर देखेंगे मैच के जस्ट पहले और डिसाइड करेंगे. हमारे 12 या 13 तो फिक्स है कि कौन उसमें से खेलेगा, बट हमें जस्ट देखना होगा कि विकेट कल कैसे दिख रहा है और क्या है, हमारी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, उनकी वीकनेस क्या हो सकती है. तो ये सब चीज़ देखना पड़ता है. अभी हमने ऐसा कोई डिसीजन लिया नहीं है कि हमारी 11 क्या होगी, बट सारे के सारे लड़के मैं चाहता हूँ कि अवेलेबल रहे, फिर देन कल डिसाइड करेंगे कि किसको खिलाना है.
रोहित, ऑल द बेस्ट कल के लिए सबकी तरफ से.
थैंक यू.
साथ में ऑस्ट्रेलियन कैप्टन ने कहा कि उनके पास एडवांटेज ये है कि 2015 वर्ल्ड कप जीते हुए उनके पास 6 से 7 खिलाड़ी इस समय हैं इस टीम में. क्या वाकई ये एडवांटेज है?
नहीं, देखिए मेरे नज़र में तो ऐसा एडवांटेज नहीं हो सकता, बिकॉज आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि कौन से एंगल से वो बोल रहे हैं, क्योंकि एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर्स है. उस फाइनल का एक्सपीरियंस वो फाइनल खेलने का एक्सपीरियंस है उन प्लेयर्सों को. बट आई थिंक जब आप ऐसा टूर्नामेंट खेलते हो और अभी हम 8 साल बाद की बात कर रहे हैं, आई थिंक प्लेयर्स का करंट फॉर्म, करंट स्टेट ऑफ माइंड सब उससे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. हमारे टीम में भी है लड़कों ने काफ़ी फाइनल्स खेला है. वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल नहीं खेला है, बट काफ़ी फाइनल्स खेला हुआ है. 2 लड़के हैं जिन्होंने 2011 में वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल खेला था. अश्विन शायद नहीं खेले थे, बट विराट खेले थे. बट जहाँ तक बात है ऐसे फाइनल्स की, आई थिंक काफ़ी लड़के हैं टीम में जिन्होंने, जैसे मैंने बताया कि फाइनल्स खेले हुए, प्रेशर सिचुएशन को कैसे हैंडल करना है उन्हें मालूम है. तो आई डोंट थिंक ऐसा कोई एक्स्ट्रा एडवांटेज होगा. आई मीन वो उनकी सोच है, हमारी सोच थोड़ी अलग है. हम बस जिस तरीके से हम अपना क्रिकेट अब तक खेलते आ रहे, हमें वैसे ही कंटिन्यू करना है और फिर देखते कहाँ क्या होता है. Yeah.
But the weather conditions are totally different.
Yeah.
The temperatures are different. I asked Cummins the same thing in the morning. What do you think will be the different And how do you think his wicket in present condition? We were talking about 35 days ago, and now is the same wicket. What is the difference in that? Have you noticed anything, or what do you think about the wicket and the weather conditions?
Yeah, I mean, that wicket, there was no grass on it. This wicket has some grass on it. That wicket looked a lot more drier than this one. I don't know. Again, maybe I still haven't looked today at how the wicket is, but from my understanding, obviously it's going to be on the slower side. But again, tomorrow we have to come and assess what it is like. It's not going to change too much, but it's always nice to see the pitch on the day of the game and then assess what you want to do. That is something that we've maintained for a long period of time, and that is something that we have done before as well. So it's not something new for us to come and assess the pitch on the day of the game, and the players are aware of it as well. But in terms of the conditions changing, yes, the temperatures have dropped a little bit. I don't know how much of a dew factor there will be, because against that Pakistan game, when we trained before the game, there were a lot of dew, but there was no dew during the game. And even a few days back at Wankhede, we were training, there were a lot of dew. On the game day, there wasn't much. So that's why I keep saying the toss is not going to be a factor. You got to play well to win the game, regardless of the conditions and the temperatures. You got to play well. You got to play good cricket, absorb the pressure whenever the pressure has been put on you. So yeah, I think that's where it boils down to. You got to just understand what is expected out of you at that point in time.
रोहित 20 साल पहले इंडिया और ऑस्ट्रेलिया का फाइनल हुआ था 2003 में, तो कुछ यादें उस मैच की हैं? कभी सोचा था कि भाई 20 साल बाद आपको मौका मिलेगा अगेंस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया, क्योंकि उतने दिन बाद खेल रही है और उस ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम का एक ऑरा हुआ करता था कि भाई मैच में कोई भी उतरने से पहले उनको लगता था इस टीम को हरा नहीं सकते थे। अभी तक जिस तरह से ये इंडियन टीम खेली, आपको लगता है सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ ऑरा है इवन विदाउट द वर्ल्ड कप ट्रॉफी?
नहीं, देखिए, मैं नहीं उस चीज़ पे बिलीव करता हूँ, ऑरा और वो सब चीज़ पे। ये मैंने जैसे बताया कि आपको उस दिन पे अच्छे तरीके से ग्राउंड पे आना है और अच्छा क्रिकेट खेलना है। मैं ये चीज़ में बिलीव नहीं करता हूँ कि पिछले 10 मैच में हमने क्या किया। ऑफ कोर्स कॉन्फिडेंस लेना बहुत ज़रूरी है ऐसे मैचेस में। 10 मैचेस हमने अच्छे तरीके से खेला है, बट अगेन आपने अगर कल गलतियाँ की तो वो 10 मैचेस में आपने जितना भी अच्छा काम किया है वो पूरा वेस्ट होने का चांसेस है। तो आई थिंक अपने आप को बैलेंस रखना, अपने आप को काम रखना, ज़्यादा आगे पीछे का सोचना नहीं चाहिए। प्रेजेंट का सोचो और अपना गेम खेलो। जो मंत्र हमने फॉलो किया है अभी तक वो यही है। पिछले गेम को हम इस गेम में नहीं लेके आए, या पास्ट में क्या हुआ है या फ्यूचर में क्या होने वाला है, वो सब चीज़ के बारे में हमने ज़्यादा सोचा नहीं। हमने बस यही सोचा है कि नेक्स्ट ऑपोजिशन कौन है, उनके सामने हमको कैसा क्रिकेट खेलना है, और हमारी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, उनकी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, कैसे उनके वीकनेस को एक्सप्लोर किया जाए और कैसे हमारे स्ट्रेंथ को बढ़ावा दिया जाए। ये सब चीज़ पे ज़्यादा फोकस रहता है। ये नहीं कि 20 साल पहले क्या हुआ है। और आई डोंट थिंक उस ऐसे चीज़ों में सोचकर हम ज़्यादा वो नहीं करना चाहते। प्रेजेंट चीज़ के बारे में सोचकर और अच्छे तरीके से प्रिपेयर करना चाहते हैं।
रोहित भाई, आपने एक आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट का फाइनल खेला 2007 में, T20 वर्ल्ड कप था, जब MS धोनी कैप्टन थे। आप बड़े यंग थे उस समय। उन्होंने भी मैच से पहले या फाइनल से पहले कुछ मैसेज दिया होगा। अब आप कैप्टन हैं, वर्ल्ड कप का फाइनल है, आप जब टीम हडल होगा या टीम मीटिंग होगी, आपका क्या मंत्र, क्या मैसेज प्लेयर्स के साथ?
कुछ चेंजेस नहीं होंगे। जिस तरीके से मैंने अभी बताया, जैसे हम खेलते आए उसी तरीके से खेलना पसंद करेंगे। कोई अलग मैसेज देने की ज़रूरत है नहीं। 2007 में मुझे नहीं लगता है कि MS ने कोई अलग मैसेज दिया था। जिस तरीके से हमने स्टार्ट किया था उसी तरीके से हमने फाइनल भी खेला। हाँ, ऑफ कोर्स आप
कैप्टनसी स्पीच तो होती होगी?
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है। जो हम नॉर्मल डिस्कशंस जो करते हैं गेम के दौरान, गेम के पहले, वो नॉर्मल डिस्कशंस होते रहते। उसके अलावा कोई और चीज़ों के बारे में बात नहीं होती है।
रोहित, this World Cup you have been ultra aggressive. So what is the philosophy behind it? Is it because you have solid batsmen to follow, or this is you have always been attacking batsmen, but particularly in this World Cup you have been ultra aggressive. Anything you can say about that approach?
No, look, honestly, before the start of the World Cup, I do wanted to play in a certain manner. I had no idea that it is going to come off, or what if it doesn't come off. I had plans for both. If it comes off, what I'm going to do in the next game. If it doesn't come off, what I'm going to do in the next game. But like, see, for me, what is important is, because I start the innings, there is a bit of freedom there for me to go and express myself. But you must have seen in that game against England where I had to change my game a little bit once we lost a few wickets, and then I had to change my game a little bit. I'm prepared to do that as well. That is what the experienced player needs to do. You can't just think that you have to play one way. You have to adapt and adapt quickly, and knowing the situations that are there in front of you. So I'm prepared to do whatever role I feel at that point is right for the team. So I prepared my game, prepared my tactics around that. So I'm pretty clear in what I want to do as a batsman. And when you play on good pitches, sometimes you get that feeling that it's a good pitch. You can take on the bowlers. Sometimes if you see the ball is just nipping around a little bit, you need to try and understand what are your thoughts then. So I'm prepared to take all of this thought into the game and then go about it.
Hey Rohit, we started this tournament, a lot of us were here in Chennai when the tournament began. It was your press conference before taking on Australia. It was the tournament opener, and there was the question of unfinished business. And a lot of us remember that one line you said. It was very nonchalant, and you said it would be nice to win a World Cup. Is that an attitude that has helped in your campaign? Not the aggressive, we want to do this, we want to get that. Has that understated, quiet sort of a presence helped you in your campaign so far? And coming a full circle from that point to here, what would you say?
Yeah, no, exactly. Like you said, spot on, because that's what I believe in. Just going there and, keeping it nice and easy, calm. Like I said, when you asked me that question, I said, yeah, it'll be nice to win the World Cup. So in the same tone, I want to say it now again, the same thing. It'll be nice to do it because we worked really hard for it. But again, we don't want to get too excited about it, or you don't want to feel too much pressure about it. A nice balanced atmosphere, a nice balanced thinking at this stage will be really nice. And it's just not from me. I can sense that from every other player as well in the changing room, that there's a laugh going around in the changing room. There's a bit of tensed faces as well. I'm not going to hide that, but that's normal. That is what that is why this sport is so exciting, because you see all different kind of emotions. But obviously, when it's the game time, guys are very well aware of what needs to be done now. We don't need to tell them specifically that, okay, now put your game face on. It's time to get the job done and all of that. Guys are quite experienced. Not many have played the finals, but they've, like I said, playing for India is as good as playing any World Cup game, because there's so much pressure, there's so much expectation. Always at the airport, you're going here and there. World Cup जीतना है, ये करना है, run बनाना है, 200 बनाना है, 5 wicket लेना है. So that happens. So it is in your ears all the time. I've seen guys started to wear headphones now so that they can keep the noise out. But it's nice. We've enjoyed our journey thoroughly till now. So yeah, just one final push now.